Hey guys, Dunks just came back from the wholesale fruit and veg market. We go to the one in Birmingham. It's the one by the Bull Ring. I think it's called like the Bull Ring Wholesale Market. I'll ask Dunks what the official name is and I will write it below. But we go every 2 to 3 weeks. And we can even actually stretch it out to a full month if we need to. Although I will say when we stretch it out to a full month, it's generally in the winter time when fruit takes a little bit longer to ripen. And we go every 2 weeks, more often like in the summer, or like every 2.5 weeks really, is how it generally works out, because fruit is ripening quicker. Or we have to go every 2 weeks just if, like, let's say they didn't have a lot of good fruit available the day that we went, because it's always random, you know, what's available and how good it looks, etc. But what most people will say to us when we tell them that we buy wholesale is that they could never eat it before it goes off. So I'm going to show you what we do in our house to make the fruit last that entire time period. Duncan eats raw pretty much every single day for breakfast and lunch. He occasionally will have a raw dinner, but it's very rare these days. He'd probably like to have them more often, but he's happy to eat cooked, just because I like to eat cooked and I make the cooked dinners. And he's usually more keen to eat what I've prepared versus making his own smoothie or something for dinner. But anyway, we go through a lot of fruit, and I just try to eat as much raw as is appealing to me in the moment. So I'm going to show you what we do. Basically, I'm going to go through everything that we've bought today. And obviously throughout the year this changes. So what we have right now, like, you know, in the winter time it might not be available and I might have a different process that I go through with fruits in the winter just because there's different availability of fruits and vegetables. So maybe I'll do this video again in the winter if you guys want to see it. So I'm just going to get into it because I'm rambling as always. So to start off, he got this tray of really beautiful strawberries. There's already a punnet missing because I made myself a really delicious smoothie with papaya and strawberry and banana, and I'm enjoying that right now. But these are extremely ripe. They're very soft. As you can see, that has a little dent just from being in the container. That's because they are really, really soft. They're ready to eat. So basically, they can either be eaten today. Already by tomorrow, they'll probably start going off. So what I am going to do is I am going to cut the tops off, wash them, put them out on a towel to let them completely dry, and then they're going to go into freezer bags. So I'll show you guys what I do. Next we got papaya. Once again, one is missing because it's already in my smoothie. And these are ready to eat. They are perfect right now. So I'm going to anticipate that we can eat probably about 3 of them, I'd say. Because we've got another box in the garage, which I'll show you later. The box in the garage is not quite ready to eat, but it will ripen quickly because of the weather right now. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take 2 of the ones that are the most ready to eat, and I am going to peel them with just a regular potato peeler, and then I'm going to cut them in half, take out the seeds, and chop them up to be frozen. So I'll show you guys how I do that. I've got 2 containers of papaya. Each one has an entire papaya in it, chopped up, and these are going to go into the freezer. And basically, when we want to use these, what I will do is, generally these will be used for breakfast smoothies. So the night before, we'll pull it out of the freezer and put it in the refrigerator so that it defrosts a little bit. And then in the morning, we can just put it out into the thing. And the blender. Sorry guys. Mom brain. My brain doesn't work. I talk stupid a lot. But anyway, basically an entire papaya I can get a smoothie for Duncan and a smoothie for me out of, even more if I wanted to. It just depends on what other fruits you're mixing into it. So I also wanted to show you, you saw me put some strawberries to the side. Basically that was so I'm getting a smoothie ready for Duncan to have when he comes back, because he's out running right now with Riley. So I'm just going to put some bananas in there as well, which I'll get to later. And I've also got some jars, and these are going to go into the refrigerator with lids on them, which I haven't put on yet. But this will be Duncan's smoothie for work tomorrow, and all he has to do in the morning is plop this into the blender, add some bananas, and he's can blend it up and then put it back in there to drink. And the same goes for me. Woo! This one will be mine. I'll do the same thing. I'll just add a couple bananas and I can have this for breakfast tomorrow. Okay, so next I've just got a whole lot of cherries, and all I've done is I've given them a really good washing, and I'm going to just put them into a Tupperware. And this is great because it's got this like really low, basically it works like a colander, but it's just a raised, you know, grated kind of a thing. I don't know. But it basically keeps your produce from sitting in its own water, which will encourage it to rot. So this is great for keeping it. So I'm just going to put these in here. And these are ready to eat. So basically, I just wash them because my husband is a lot more likely to eat these if they are washed and ready to eat. If he has to wash them, he's less likely to grab them and eat them. Isn't that funny? So that's all I'm going to do with these. Just wash them, have them ready to eat. The ones that don't fit into the container, they're just going to get packaged back up and put into the fridge unwashed just to keep them, because they do need to be kept cold. And as soon as these are gone through, I will wash those and put them in the fridge ready to eat as well. And we'll have no problem getting through all of these. You can freeze the cherries as well. It's just a bit more of a faff because you do need to get the pits out. So I always just try to eat them right away. Okay, so next we've got a box of bananas, and these were spotty and pretty much ready to eat. So Duncan got this box for only 2 pounds. A lot of times these boxes have bananas in them that need to be thrown away right away. But this actually looks like a really good box, so I'm going to go through it. Depending on how many end up being good, I might freeze some, but I'm going to go through it first and see what happens. Basically, I'm just going to put them on my shelf, and we'll see where I'm going from there, because we have more bananas in the garage, which I will show you later. So I got quite a few bananas that seem to be in good condition. Those I definitely need to freeze because they're kind of falling off the stem, so they'll attract fruit flies if I don't get rid of them right now. So I'm just going to freeze them. These are all completely trash. Basically, they look okay, but they are completely soft because they got really warm in there. They kind of create their own heat. So these are all trash because they're complete mush. But still, for 2 pounds, which is the equivalent of about maybe $3, that is a lot of bananas. So it's a great bargain. But I am going to freeze some of these up because, like I said, we have more bananas in the garage, and the ones in the garage will probably start to ripen quite soon and be ready to eat, maybe just in a couple days. So I'm going to freeze probably about half of what's down here and keep all of those, because Duncan does go through quite a few bananas. So just be sure to cut off any manky bits because obviously you don't want that later on. And I like to actually freeze them as whole as possible. Obviously if I'm cutting off bits then I can't sometimes, but if you freeze them whole, they're easier to take out when they're frozen. They don't really stick together too badly, and you can cut them up easily enough into smaller bits to put in the blender. So next I've got 2 cases of nectarines here. And these are not quite ready to eat, so they can't be frozen yet. But basically, once they're ready to eat, I will do the same thing. I will anticipate what we can eat versus what we can't eat before they go off. So these will probably be ready to eat in the next 2 to 3 days. That's just a guess, obviously. It looks like an apple, doesn't it? It's nectarine. It's just a guess, though, that they'll be ready in the next 2 to 3 days. Obviously, it could be ready tomorrow. It could not be ready to eat for another week. Who knows? But, yeah, once they are ready to eat, I will cut some up and freeze them. Otherwise, what I think we can eat before they go off, we will try to eat. Now, once they are ready to eat, because it's summertime, we probably want to be able to finish them in about 3 days, maybe. Once again, just a guess, got to go by how fast they're going. So that is the story with those, but I won't be doing anything with them today. That's kind of my biggest takeaway tip. It's that don't wait until the fruit is rotting to try to do something about freezing it and saving it. Do it when it's ready to eat, and then you won't have the waste that's associated with buying food in bulk. So we have very little waste. Obviously things like the bananas, like there's waste in that. Those are all the peels, but that's like planned waste because it was only 2 pounds. So like we knew that it was going to be more than worth it, and all of that is going to go into our compost. So, you know, it also goes towards the, you know, our future garden. So that's also nice as well because it goes back into the earth. But like I said, with the nectarines, you know, in a couple more days, I might freeze some. So that's it. We got a case of pineapple, which I think is either 8 or 10 pineapples. I don't remember. We tend to be able to get through a case without any issues. These look like they're not ready to eat, but they actually are because these are a extra sweet variety, and they haven't cut my tongue at all, even when I've eaten an entire pineapple in one sitting. They're really nice and sweet. So we can get through these without any problem, but sometimes Duncan will buy 2 cases, and in that case I freeze them. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut open one and freeze it just to show you what I do to freeze these, because I like to put these on a tray first and freeze them on the tray before I put them into a bag, because they tend to really stick together quite a bit otherwise. So, and like a pineapple, it's not like the strawberries where I can leave them out to dry. The water content is in the pineapple, so that's how I like to keep them from sticking. So I'm going to show you what I do. To cut up the pineapple really small because it blends up better that way since there's a lot of fiber in it. And then I like to put it on a lined baking sheet so that when it's done freezing, it comes off a lot easier. It can be transferred to a plastic bag for future use. Strawberries that I washed earlier are nice and dry now because I did them first, and now it's probably been about an hour and a half since I did them. So they are ready to be transferred into a plastic bag. And basically we reuse these Ziplocs. We keep reusing them until they get holes and stuff, and I barely ever have to buy them. These particular ones are from IKEA, so they were nice and cheap. But basically, I think the last time I purchased Ziploc bags was, I don't know, maybe like 2 years ago. I'm not kidding. And I just bought, you know, a box of each size, and they last me ages. I still have like brand new ones that I haven't even used yet, so reuse them. Not only get your money's worth, but it's plastic. It's not good for the environment, so, you know, but they last. So I'm just going to transfer these to the bag, and then these are going to go into the freezer, and it'll be nice because they won't stick together when we're going to eat them. They'll be able to be separated out very easily. If you don't let them dry out, then they all stick together and it becomes very hard to pull them apart while they're frozen. Okay, so now we're in the garage and it's a bit cooler in here, so we like to keep our fruit out here that doesn't fit in the fridge. And inside the house it's a little bit warmer, so things ripen up quicker. So this just keeps them a little bit longer. So I've got a box of really green bananas and I've got a box of yellow bananas, but they haven't spotted yet. So the yellow bananas that haven't spotted yet will probably be ready to eat maybe in about 4 or 5 days. It really depends, but the thing is if we brought them inside the house, they'd probably be ready in like just a couple days, because things have been ripening really quickly. So what I'm gonna do is, I find that the bananas on the inside tend to go bad if you don't basically open them up and like let them go into single layers. That's just my personal experience with them. Kind of like the bananas that I had thrown away from that 2-pound box. The full price bananas, Duncan usually pays about 8 pounds for, but it's different every time. Sometimes we get them for 5 pounds, sometimes we get them for 12. But it's always a really good price for the amount of bananas you get. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like when I'm done. I'm not going to speed through it because it's a little bit dark in here and the lighting's not as good. So for the sake of storage space, the green box I am leaving in the box right now, but I've opened up the plastic. And I'm just going to put the lid back on so I can stack, which I'll show you, but it'll be able to breathe because there's a big hole in the box. And then that has been brought down to a layer where all the bananas can breathe. The ones that were on top, I've separated out onto this box and this box. And it'll be nice because Dunks can see these, so he'll know that when these are ripe as well. Because I'm going to go ahead and put the lid back on that one as well, so that, like I said, I can stack them. Look at that. There's a bit more light in here because Dunks just got back. And he informed me that there is, in fact, a light in here. I didn't know. Well, I actually tried all the switches on the wall and I just didn't wait long enough because these things take a while to come on, don't they? But anyway, these are the bananas, and as you can see, they can breathe. So that is what we do to keep those a bit better. I guess I'll just show you. So like, there's the rest of my pineapples. These are some plantain that we bought the last time we went to the wholesale market, and they're just getting ready to eat. So we'll start eating those. There's some oranges in here, and these keep really well for us in this colder temperature. So it's not cold in here, but I mean, they keep well. Watermelons, we got, what is it, 5 or 6 watermelons?
5 watermelons, £10.
And these watermelons do really well at keeping themselves generally, so that shouldn't be an issue. We got a bunch of zucchini, which once again shouldn't be an issue. I'll just eat some pretty much every day. We'll just throw some in dinner. I might chop some up and just freeze it. I'm not sure yet though, so I'm not going to show that today. I'll just kind of see how we go with them. And that's pretty much it. I mean, in the fridge, these keep in the fridge no problem. We've got some tomatoes, and what I do is, these are little cherry toms. We take them out. We take out bunches of them at a time and let them come back down to room temperature before we eat them, and usually we'll bring out like a few days worth at a time, because tomatoes are best at room temperature. You don't really want to put them in the refrigerator. We only do this so they don't spoil because we buy them in bulk. We've got grapes. We've got black grapes and green grapes, and they keep in the fridge actually really well. What we do when we buy the grapes is we look for stems that are still green. If they're like really like thin and black, like wiry out and dried out, they'll go off quicker. Like, you can tell these are fresh because the stems are nice and crisp. So they'll start to dry out by the time like the couple weeks is up, but no problem, they'll keep. These are the rest of the cherries that I had showed you earlier. We've got some salad in here in a big old bag. We got 2 of these, and basically with things like salad, we just buy what we know we could eat in the next few days, because obviously it doesn't keep. So things like salad we just buy from the supermarket and stuff when we need it. We just take advantage of the wholesale prices for what we can eat in a couple days. So we've got 2 bags of salad, and you know, no big deal. So that's it. We've got some coconuts from the last time we went there. Coconuts store really well. No problem. All right, I hope that was helpful for some of you guys, or at least all of you guys. Why would I only hope it's helpful for some of you guys? But like I said, this is just an example. This is what Duncan got today at the not farmer's market, at the wholesale market. But you could do the same thing at the farmer's market, couldn't you? And honestly, like this week he said it wasn't a very good day. There wasn't that much to buy. So he'll probably have to go back in 2 weeks. But, you know, I just wanted to show you what I could do with what we had. And this is what we would do on market day. So he just went today, and this is how I like to prepare things to make sure it lasts as long as possible. And make sure that we're eating like a nice variety over the couple weeks that we have it. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. I hope it helps. And like I said, if you guys want me to redo this video again, maybe not even necessarily in the winter, just when enough time passes that we get kind of completely different fruit, because different times of year the fruit kind of changes, just so you guys get an idea how to store and save you know, more varieties of fruit. I will redo it, you know, just if you guys like this video. So let me know. Thanks guys. Bye.